Hello, good morning, all of you, all my dear friends. Today we are going to learn the most important topic in grammar, that is tenses, its kinds and usage. So let's see different kinds of tenses and usages. So this is especially designed for BA first year, BSc first year, become first year compulsory English for the syllabus. Designed by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Aurangabad. So I am pleased to make this video for the sake of my dear students so that they can have a tremendous mastery over English language. They must know the structure. It is generally said that one who knows the structure knows the language, because the language is being coded in a structure. And it is also said that language is a system of communication. Language is a stimulus response between the speaker and the listener. A system means completedness, wholeness, perfection. It is complete in itself. And communication is, I say something, you understand, you say something, I understand. This is in its general terms. It's a stimulus response between the speaker and the listener. You might have read thousands of books on grammar, and you have been learning English grammar since 5th class onwards. And every year we are being repeatedly said the same things, but still we are not able to understand, and we get confused with most of the tenses and its usages in general terms. So my friendly suggestion to all of you is that you should better listen to the BBC World News regularly for an hour. This will change the accents, the tone, it will boost your confidence in English language. So especially what exactly you are supposed to do is to read the English newspaper regularly and write the phrases, watch English movies, serials, BBC World News, other documentary films, and try to write the subtitles in your notebook. Make a separate note of the subtitles in your notebook, and this will definitely make a change in your language. You will see a radical change in the speech you speak, and you will see a radical change in your language. So by the ways, I would like to start this simple present tense with all these tenses, and I would like to make a clear-cut distinction between different tenses, its usage, which is beneficial to you. So as you know that tense is a Latin term which is derived from the Latin word tempus, which means time. Generally, it is assumed that there are three tenses, that is simple present tense, simple past, and future. But actually, there are only two tenses, the grammarians say. There is the present and the past. There is no future tense, and which is made with the help of the auxiliary, that is shall and will. So what I mean here is that you should focus your attention on the structure first, then its usage, and focus on the communicative skills in English language. So as you know that there are 4 communicative skills, that is LSRW. L means listening, S means speaking, R means reading, W means writing. L means listening. Listening is the most important thing. That's why I said that you should listen to English for 90%. 90% listening is important. Then speaking, you can say only 5%. Okay. Then rest 3% for reading and 2% for writing. So listening makes you sincere, and you are knowledgeable. You gather information through this. Speaking makes you readiness, and precision. It gives you precision. Then reading gives you much knowledge about the subject, and you can check your comprehensibility. In listening also, you can check your comprehensibility. And the last portion is the writing. Writing makes you exact, precise to what exactly you write and what exactly you understand through the text. So a very simple example I would like to give in the beginning about the tenses. That is, I go to college every day. I go to college every day is the simple present tense. Okay, it's the simple present tense. You should focus your attention on go. Zero go is the verb. Actually, you need to understand the various forms in tenses. For example, go, then to go, went, gone, going. Very simple. Then we can say go. The meaning in Marathi is za. To go, zane. Went, gela. Gone, gelela, geleli. And going, zat. So these are the different forms which are being used in the structure. So focus your attention only on verbs and the changing forms, so that you will find it very easy, and you can understand exactly what I mean. Because my lecture will not be a thorough exploration in tenses especially. Just I am going to give the overall view of the tenses and how it is to be understood, and some important elements in tenses which will help you master our English grammar. So very simple example that I give you, it talks about the habitual action. The second is something like Ramesh is drinking coffee. Ramesh is drinking coffee. So in this example, we can come across that the action is going on at the time of your speaking. So it is very important to understand how the present tense is formed and how the present continuous form is formed. You need to distinguish between these two tenses. That is a simple present tense, the first, and the second is present continuous tense. So there is a comparative study you need to undergo in order to exactly understand the difference between them. So when we are supposed to use the simple present tense, in many grammar text, many usages are given and you may get confused with all these things. Just I give you a very simple and very few examples of the simple present tense where you are supposed to use the simple present tense. So actually simple present tense does not express present activity. This may be a shocking thing to you, that it is not talking about the present activity. Simple present tense is not expressing the present activity only. It focuses on habitual actions, number one, and number two, general truths. So I brush my teeth. This is a habitual action. This is not simply talking about the present activity only. You can say that it has its present sense, but still it is talking about the habitual activity. It talks about you brushed last night, okay, and you are brushing right now, and you will brush tomorrow as well. You are talking about the three tenses. So this is a habitual action. The thing which you repeatedly do is habitual. So this is very important for simple present tense. Simple present tense should be used when you are talking about habitual actions. Habitual actions mean the action which you regularly do. There are many things which you consciously or unconsciously, directly do it regularly without notice, without fail. Brushing is a regular activity. You need to do it. So at that time, what is essential for you is to use simple present tense. In simple present tense, the structure is very simple. That is yes, VO, subject, verb, and object. Very simple. Me amba khato in Marathi. So me is subject karta, amba is noun, khato is verb. Me amba khato. But in English, the structure is not like that. I a mango eat. We do not say so. I a mango eat. Is this the structure? If I say, you may laugh at me that, sir, you are committing a very simple mistake. So I eat a mango. This is a correct structure wherein you come across the fact that I is subject, eat is verb, and a mango is the object. I eat a mango. This is the example of simple present tense. So what exactly I mean through these examples is that you need to focus your attention on the structure. So when I was in 5th standard, I remind my days when English was introduced to me in the 5th standard. In the 5th standard, first of all, my teacher taught me English. When I was in 5th standard, I didn't know anything about ABC of English language. In our first standard, there was no English at all. From 5th standard onwards, I learned the ABC of English language. So at that time, my teacher used to teach me very nicely. He used to teach me the structure. I still remember the structure. I would like to put forth the structure in front of you, that how to use go verb. So there it is to be analyzed or categorized in 4 parts. The first one is the assertive, affirmative, assertive, negative, then assertive, interrogative, assertive, negative, which we can see in many books. Most of the times I don't get the time to write a book. So I am also planning to write a book on grammar. Very soon I will publish it also. But I don't get time, that's why I'm not writing. So very simple. Those who have understood English a bit, they have written a book. So here what I mean, just I was talking something about the structure. So how to use the verb go? Just I give you the example, go. I go, we go, you go, you go. He said goes, they go. This is the assertive, affirmative. Then assertive, negative. I do not go, we do not go, you do not go, you do not go, he does not go, she does not go, it does not go, they do not go. Then this is assertive, negative. Then do I go, do we go, do you go, do you go, does he go, does he go, does it go, do they go. Then there is the assertive, interrogative. Then don't I go, don't we go, don't you go, don't you go, doesn't he go, doesn't she go, doesn't it go, don't they go. This is the then last part, that is interrogative form, interrogative negative. So in this fashion, you can structure your sentences. See, if I say something like this, that there are different experts in English grammar, then grammarians are there. They are of different views about the structure, how the structure should be there, and what are the correct ways of acquiring the knowledge. So especially talking about English language, I would like to say that those who have a tremendous exposure to English language, they can have a mastery over English language. So especially the simple present tense, which is being used for 2 major activities. That is, the first one is habitual actions, and second is general truths. So simple present tense is used for the habitual actions. So the actions which repeatedly you do, that's the habitual action. Then the second is the general truth. So let's have a few examples regarding to this, this structure. That one thing that I make it conspicuous, that the learners of English should pay attention to structure first. Then it is said that without grammar also English can be learned. This is one assumption. There are many who are of the opinion that without any grammatical sense, you can speak in English, but you need to have such sort of ambience, atmosphere where you can build yourself properly. First thing. The second thing is, which is very important, that the exposure of yourself to English language, that is very important. There are many people who are of the opinion that whether there should be the use of the mother tongue while acquiring English language. One thing I would like to make it clear, that English is neither learned nor taught. English is neither learned nor taught, or any language which is neither learned nor taught. Actually, the language is an integral part of acquisition. So English stands here as a second language, and it is to be acquired rather than taught. Rather than it is being taught, it is being learned. It is neither learned, it is nor taught. It is an integral part of acquisition. You need to acquire the language. So that's very clear. So to be specific about this difference between the simple present tense and what we call the present continuous tense is that, so in the present continuous tense, the action is going on at the time of your speaking. The action is going on at the time of your speaking. Mother is cooking in the kitchen. So mother is cooking in the kitchen. It means that at this right time, she is cooking in the kitchen. The activity is on. The activity is going on at the time of your speaking. Most of the times, for example, one friend meets you at the railway station, and he may ask you a very simple question. Sir, what are you? What are you doing these days? What are you doing these days? If your friend asks a question to you, then you say that I am reading a novel. The answer is reading a novel. Look, the person who is asked about his activity, he answers that I am reading a novel. Does it mean that he is holding a novel in his hand and he is reading at the railway station or at the airport? Is he doing so? No. Just he is talking about his action, his activity. Please mute yourself. I repeatedly say this thing, but still some students never listen to me. You keep yourself mute so that you can hear me properly. So why you on your microphone? Please mute, because as you know that if I get disturbed, if my link is broken, I'm not able to speak properly. I get confused. Yes, by the way, I was talking something about, again, I forget what I was talking about. Okay. So I was talking something about the use of the present, simple present tense and present progressive tense. So there are many examples, and especially I was talking something about the activity. So even you are not reading a book at the railway station or at the airport, you can say so. So there are many examples like this. So let's have a look at a few examples of simple present tense. So one thing you can say about your daily activity, for example, I go to college every day. So this is your habitual action. For example, you can say another thing that he does not care for his parents. Or you can give another example. For example, that is the earth rotates around the sun. The sun rises in the east. The sun sets in the west. So you can give other examples as well, that my father goes to office by car. Or you can simply give other examples. For example, this shop closes at 6 in the evening. Or I get up at 5 o'clock at dawn. So in this way, you can give thousands of examples like this, which shows the habitual actions, It means you do it regularly. So this is very important in our understanding about the text. So there are many examples regarding to this. So all these examples are the examples of your habitual action. So talking about the not caring for his parents, talking about the going to school, or the going to office by car, or closing of a shop at 6 in the evening, for example, or you get up at 5 o'clock at dawn. Or there are many examples. I go to college or church or hospital or temple every day. So if you give such examples, all these are the examples of habitual actions. In simple present tense, you are only talking about habitual actions. This is important. Is it clear? I think, and I hope that it's clear. So apart from this, there are other examples regarding to this. That is, the many examples are there wherein we talk about the general truths. For example, oil floats on water. पाण्यावरती तेल तरंगतं. आता पाण्यावरती तेल तरंगतं, दिस इज द एक्झाम्पल. तुम्ही काय म्हणू शकता की बाबा काली तरंगत होतं, आजही तरंगतं, उद्या पण तरंगेल, राईट? सो दिस ऍक्टिव्हिटी इज द जनरल ट्रुथ. This activity is the general truth. So here, the earth moves around the sun. This is a general truth. The sun rises in the east, general truth. The sun sets in the west, general truth. Birds fly, but cattle don't. Pakshi udtat, पण जनावरे नाही. So it does not rain here in winter. This may be a general truth. Or we cannot see with our ears. We hear with our ears. We see with our eyes. So these are the many examples one can give regarding to this as a general truth. So in this fashion, one can come to understand a clear-cut distinction between the present simple present and simple present continuous tense. So present continuous tense is also known by other names as well. Present continuous tense is known as present. Present continuous tense is also known as present progressive tense, present progressive tense, present continuous tense, right? Or the present imperfect tense. So the action is going on. The difference you understand between the simple present tense is that in simple present tense, you are only talking about the habitual actions, general truths. And whereas in the present progressive tense, you are talking about the action which is going on at the time of your speaking. I hope it's clear, and we will proceed further in understanding the tense. So one more thing which is very important in this regard is that the present progressive, on the other hand, is generally used for a specific activity. So you can use the present progressive tense. In present progressive tense, what is the structure? Subject plus am is are plus V4. For example, I am going. I subject, am is are, okay. Then plus V4. V4 means ing form of the verb. So what exactly the present progressive tense is doing? It is used to express a specific activity. We are talking about a specific activity. For example, the action is going on at the time of your speaking. It's not necessary that it is happening right now. For example, if someone is asking a question, I'm going to Pune, for example, I'm going to Pune. I'm going to Pune, it means that I'm not going right now. It is not necessary that the action is going on at the time of your speaking. It is not necessary that the action is going on at the time of your speaking. You can simply say that I'm going to Pune. It means that I'm planning to go to Pune, maybe tomorrow, or maybe after half an hour. So in this way, you can use the present continuous tense for the future also. So this is a very minute study of tenses. So you need to understand all these aspects when you speak in English. So the present continuous tense is used for the action which is going on at the time of your speaking. You are speaking and something is happening in front of you. You can use present continuous. Sachin is playing cricket. He's playing there. Dhoni is playing. He's there. He's doing it. So if the example is that if something is happening right now in front of your eyes, you can view it rather than visualizing it, then you can use the present continuous tense. So that's why in present continuous tense, remember one thing, that it is not necessary that the action is happening right now. Though not necessarily at the time of speaking. If the action is not there at the time of your speaking, still you can use the present continuous tense. So I gave you the best example that mother is cooking food in the kitchen at the moment. At the moment is very important. It shows the present activity at the time of your speaking. At the moment, what is she doing? She is in the kitchen. My mother is cooking food in the kitchen at the moment. Right now, she is cooking in the kitchen. So this is the example of present continuous tense. So these aspects are very important for the interpretation of the text. So there are many examples we can give to explain this point of view in its crystal clear clarity. That is, for example, if I say, my children are playing outside. My children are playing outside, it means that I want to say that they are playing right now. At the time of my speaking, where are they? They are playing outside. This is the real activity which is going on. You are at home and you can make this sentence. My children are playing outside. It means the action is going on at the time of your speaking. For example, I say that, why are you laughing, my dear students? Why are you laughing? It means that I want to know that you are laughing there to the other end. Okay. You are laughing at the time of my speaking. So I can say like this. So there are many examples, other examples which you can use whenever you are talking about the tenses, especially the present continuous tense or present imperfect tense or present progressive tense. For example, if I say that I am writing a novel these days, सध्या काय करतो तू? अरे मी एक कादंबरी लिहित आहे. तुम्ही ज्यावेळेस असं म्हणता की मी कादंबरी लिहित आहे, तर तुम्ही कादंबरी ही ज्यावेळेस तुम्हाला विचारण्यात आला प्रश्न त्यावेळेस लिहित असता का? त्यावेळेस तुमच्या हातामध्ये नोटबुक असते का? त्यावेळेस तुमच्या हातामध्ये पेन असते का? तुम्ही लिहिता का? नाही. पण तुम्ही तुमचं एक जनरल सेन्स सांगता की ती ऍक्टिव्हिटी सध्या नाही करत पण ती चालू आहे. त्यावेळी तुम्ही म्हणू शकता की आय एम रायटिंग अ नॉव्हल दिस डेज. हल्ली मी कादंबरी लिहित आहे. असं तुम्ही बस स्टँड वरती म्हणू शकता, बाहेर कुठं पण ऑफिसमध्ये म्हणू शकता, कॉलेजमध्ये म्हणू शकता, स्कूलमध्ये म्हणू शकता. पण हे कोणता टेन्स आहे? तर हे आहे प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस टेन्स. असं म्हणू शकता आय एम रायटिंग. आय एम रायटिंग याचा अर्थ तुम्ही लिहितच आहात, लगेच स्टार्टच लिहित आहात बस स्टँड वरतीच. बस स्टँड वरतीच हातामध्ये नोटबुक लिहून लिहिताय का? नाही लिहित. So now is used in a general sense in these sentences. So you can also give other examples that I am reading Milton with great dedications. I am reading Milton. Milton is the poet. Or you can say I am reading William Shakespeare with great dedication. So it means that it is not necessarily at the time of speaking. The action must not take place at the time of your speaking, but you can use this tense. ज्यावेळी तुम्ही बोलत असता त्यावेळी ती घटना जरी नाही होत असेल तरीही तुम्ही प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस टेन्स म्हणजे अपूर्ण वर्तमान काळ किंवा चालू वर्तमान काळाचा वापर करू शकता. उदाहरण मी सांगितलं की मी सध्या काय करतोय, कादंबरी वाचत आहे, किंवा मी मिल्टन खूप मोठ्या समर्पणातून वाचत आहे. याचा अर्थ असा आहे की मी वाचत आहे, माझी ऍक्टिव्हिटी चालू आहे, परंतु मी बोलत असताना ही ऍक्टिव्हिटी होत आहे किंवा व्हायलाच पाहिजे असं नाही. तर तुम्ही एखाद्या स्कूलच्या बाहेर थांबलेला आहात आणि तुम्ही तुमच्या मित्राला सांगत आहे की आय एम टीचिंग इंग्लिश हियर, आय एम टीचिंग संस्कृत हियर, आय एम टीचिंग मॅथ्स हियर, फिजिक्स हियर. इट मीन्स दॅट तुम्ही वर्गामध्ये आहात का? नाही. You may not be teaching at the time of your speaking. You may not be teaching at the time of your speaking, but still you are talking about the action which is going on. I am teaching English here. It means you are, or I am teaching Sanskrit here. It means that you are not teaching at the time of your speaking. You may not be teaching at the time of speaking, but still you can use simple present tense to clarify this. So my dear students, we will stop here, and I have taught you the difference and the usage of simple present tense and present continuous tense. Still the chapter is not over. Tomorrow I will make another video, the second video, and tomorrow we will see the second part of the video. And you subscribe to this channel. Why I say subscribe? Because if you subscribe, then you will automatically get all these teaching related videos. If you notice it or not, there will be a notification to you through your mobile phones, and you can simply watch the videos and understand it. You can repeatedly watch me. You can watch the videos again and again so that you can have the mastery over English language. And I hope these online classes make very fruitful for all of you. And I will post this video on your WhatsApp group also. Other students should have the benefit of this. And those who are sleeping at home, not attending classes, it's a really very horrible thing that the students must attend the classes, maybe online or offline. Okay, offline is a substitute thing